Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I would like to congratulate the British military because they are Johnny come lately. They are late to the party, but it's okay. Better later than never sometime. So what happened? Maybe you saw online that they are very happy. Britain is very happy that they developed and test fired a futuristic laser cannon that can shoot drones out of the sky. Here it is. Business Insider, January 19th, 2024. Britain says it developed and test fired a futuristic laser cannon. Now, you see, from here to here is about what? 200 meters, 200 yards, 300 yards, something like that. Very good, very good. Right here, very good. But I have to burst your bubble. Why? Look at this one. Caparapa. Can you read the three titles over there and the dates? So let's get with one on 2022. You see this, May 2022? We are in 2024. So that's what? 1 year and more than a half ago. Russia uses its new laser weapon in Ukraine. Peresvet blinds satellites, plus, let me see what else over there, plus satellites burns drones 1,500 kilometers away. Holy fuck, and these guys are coming with their garbage here. Okay, well, what can you do, man? I mean, you want to celebrate? Let's celebrate. I mean, I'm all for it. Get my wine out and we can do it. So let's say here, what was that? Laser. I didn't finish the whole presentation with my laser garbage here. When I saw the Brits, and if you look, they're all happy about it. It's like they discovered the nail or something. Here it is. So this was on May 18th, 2022. It's still there. The other one is August 26, 2023. Russia's Wunderwaffe military laser gun successfully tested. That's another one now. And then Russia uses its new Wunderwaffe in Ukraine laser weapon. So these guys were way ahead, the backward Russians, somehow. Oh my God. So these are all celebrating. I saw it on at least, I don't know, 7 or 8 media while I was scrolling down. Everybody was, it was a group masturbation. Holy shit. Let's go and read this thing again. Right? All right. The UK has tested a new laser, new for you. New for you. That's good. For shooting down drones and the other guy's blind satellites. That's fine. The Ministry of Defense says the weapon uses a high-power beam that travels at the speed of light. What if it's light? What speed you want it to travel? I don't know, the bumblebee's speed. Yeah, but hey, considering that baboons might be reading this, I think they need some explanation for them. Oh, it could help defend ships and armored vehicles against drone swarms. Brain has tested a powerful new laser weapon that can take out swarms of drones. Now, one thing, the Russians said that there's some problems with the laser beams. You know what? Clouds, rain. So don't be so ecstatic about it. Don't do it with both hands. Still use one. So let's see what's going on here. The Dragonfire laser weapon fired at several aerial targets for the first time at a range in Hebrides in Scotland, the press release said. The Times reported that politicians in the UK were now hoping to speed up its deployment following growing attacks by Houthi rebels against ships in the Red Sea. They need at least 6 months of testing, my God, to make it reliable. And then fix it and fix it and fix it. But hey, they're politicians. What do you expect? And let's read this quote here. These trials have seen us take a huge step forward in realizing the potential opportunities and understanding the threats posed by directed energy weapons. Ooh, the chief executive of the Ministry of Defense's Science and Technology Laboratory. The MOD hasn't disclosed the range of the weapon. That's the range. They would have showed that a little bit different, I guess. But hey, what do I care? That's not my drone. I'm not at war with these guys. But says its accuracy is so great, it's equivalent to being able to hit a coin at the distance of a kilometer. Very good. That's 0.6 miles. Very good. Oh my God, look at that. Oh yeah, the laser directed energy weapon system was used in the test to engage aerial targets several miles away, the Times reported, and could be used to protect naval vessels in around 5 years. They want to deploy in about 5 years, so I was very naive when I said 5 months. I was just trying to play in your team over there, okay? The weapon cost about £1 million or $126 million to develop and use as a highly concentrated energy beam that travels at the speed of light. No shit! To take out targets. Man, these guys are... Oh. Firing it for 10 seconds is the cost equivalent to using a regular heater for just an hour, it says. The cost of operating a laser is typically less than $13 a shot. I don't think so. Regular, it depends on what kind of distance you target. They didn't mention that one. The further, the more energy you need to use, obviously. And in order to hit, anyway, I don't want to play the expert here, so let them brag a little bit more. The UK isn't the only country, we already know who the other one is, to be developing laser weapons, with the US already said to be deploying them in the Middle East to deter drone and missile attacks, though it's unclear whether they've been used yet. Okay, so they still want to deploy. So these are coming to the party late. Russia also says it has used laser weapons to take out Ukrainian drones, though their effectiveness is unclear. Of course, not as good as your quality, man. Remember, I like this, at least they mentioned this. So thumbs up for that. The weapons are relatively cheap to use compared with current air defense systems, which use missiles costing millions to intercept drones costing as little as $2,000. Now, so that's Business Insider. Very good, very balanced article, I think. And another thing, when the Americans come up with something, with an innovation, and let's say the Russians or Chinese, usually the Russians, after a few months or a year or so, or maybe more, come with their invention, these guys, what's their claim? They stole it from us. So would it be safe and just to claim that these guys stole it from the Russians? Or if they didn't steal it from the Russians, they stole it from the Americans. And the Americans stole it from the Russians. The same with the hypersonic missiles. It would be safe that the Americans stole it from Iran, because I think Iran has it before these guys. You see, if we would use their kindergarten infantile logic, that's the way we would report the news. Oh, they probably stole it from the Russians. Yeah. Why? Because they were the first. Well, it doesn't mean that they can do it in parallel. And yes, technological spying exists, obviously. And I remember when, what was it? It was a plane, I think. It was a plane. I think it was a fighter jet. F-50, F-52. I think it was the one. It was one wing kind of airplane. And then the Russians came with theirs after about a year or two, or so, maybe like more, I can't remember exactly. And I know the Americans, the military says, they look similar, they stole it from us. And I remember the Russians said, well, the laws of aerodynamics were not invented by the Americans. So it's obviously to understand things differently, and then you go to the same rules. So it says the laws are the same, so it's obvious that we're going to we advance, push it in a direction. Yeah, we were slower, but it doesn't mean that we looked at you. We looked at the laws, and maybe they started it, obviously. But I'm just saying the same here. It doesn't mean that the Russians were the only ones that invented that thing, and everybody else, they were faster. And For whatever reasons, it seems like the Brits caught up, but they need 5 years to deploy them. By then, we'll see if the guys in Davos will allow us to have telephones to witness those things in action. And I guarantee you they're better than the Russians. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.